Hi, my name is Lindsay and I'm a registered psychotherapist. I've created this series called Walk the Talk to stress the importance that therapists really practice what we preach when it comes to teaching our clients skills as well as helping them build new habits. So today I wanted to talk about my habits around nutrition and supplements specifically. Recently I've been doing a lot of research and training on, the connection between our gut health and our mental health. And what research shows, and there's been much research done over the years, but it shows there's actually a direct connection between our gut health and our mental health. So what we put into our body in terms of the food we eat and the substances that we consume directly impacts our mental health. So today I wanted to talk about, these core supplements that we want to be taking regardless of our unique biological needs as well as our nutrition needs. So what I've learned through my training has been that the things that we want to focus on are a multivitamin, to be able to fill in the gaps for nutrition and minerals that we don't consume throughout the day from the foods that we eat naturally. We want to focus on an omega-3 fatty acid. This helps with our brain health specifically and is also really great for our skin and nails. We want to focus on having a probiotic to balance out our gut flora. This is actually shown to help decrease anxiety. And we want to focus on vitamin D. This is really key for Canadians. We don't get a ton of sunlight, and for me this was especially helpful this past year while living through COVID, while also dealing with Canadian winters to help bolster against seasonal affective disorder, something that I've struggled with since high school. So when it comes to the foods that we put into our body, if we can focus on decreasing and lowering processed food, refined sugars, aspartame, as well as foods that cause inflammation, which can be different for different people. Dairy is a big one, right? If we can focus on decreasing these specific types of food and increasing fresh veggies and what we might describe as clean food and whole foods, this actually helps to reduce stress levels. It helps to balance out cortisol. It can help to better balance out our circadian rhythm, decrease anxiety, and decrease depression. So when it comes to actually creating a habit around taking these different supplements, what I've found to be most helpful for me is I actually take one of the shelves in my bathroom and I have all my different supplements lined up. So I take about 9 different supplements in total. I'm definitely not recommending and saying that everyone has to take that many, but that's what I found just works for me. Some of the additional ones that I take are, vitamin E for circulation, as well as magnesium to help with my circadian rhythm, my sleep patterns, and also to deal with some muscle tension. So with this, what I do is I have them lined up in rows of 3, and then I circulate on a daily basis the 3 ones that I'm taking. This makes it easier not to feel overwhelmed, like I'm, kind of pill pushing on myself with trying to, take 9 pills every day. And it kind of eases up that process, takes some of the pressure off of taking that many supplements. What I do is I actually keep a nail polish bottle beside, the row of supplements that I've taken the previous night so I can keep track of the ones that I've taken. The other thing that's important here that we want to be looking out for is when are we actually going to be taking these supplements throughout the day. A lot of supplements need to be taken with food because they cause indigestion, acid reflux, or it can actually just cause a lot of nausea, which is very uncomfortable if we take them on an empty stomach. So because I tend to eat breakfast a little bit later on in the morning times don't work for me. So what I've done is I actually take those supplements in the evening, sometime, as a part of my evening ritual. I tend to eat between 7 and 8 p.m., so taking supplements around, 9 and 10 p.m. works for me because I'm still full enough to deal with those possible side effects from the supplements. Now, what we want to look for is we want to do something called habit pairing. So you want to, if you're going to be starting to take supplements and this is new for you, you want to pair that with another habit that you've already created. When we have this automatic behavior that we're already using, it's easier to slip in a new behavior rather than try to find, create a random time throughout the day where we don't have some kind of regular routine or habit. So what I've done is I take my supplements as a part of my overall evening ritual. I usually take it right after or right before I brush my teeth, so I actually pair it specifically with teeth brushing. And research shows that when we want to create a new habit, we want to create an environment for success. So what this means is we want to have some kind of visual cue as the reminder. This is why I have all my supplements out on a shelf. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done, and it makes it easier to remember. So think about if this is something that might be worth it for you and take some time to reflect on, okay, what are the supplements that I might want to take? If you're not sure, I recommend that you reach out to a dietitian or a naturopath to figure out what works best for your biological individual needs. And next up, we will be talking about evening rituals. So stay tuned for the next Walk the Talk.